forgot to tell you guys about the latest thing to upset me. Just in its absolute, not because a whole bunch of people died, only one person died. I told you what Joe believes. He believes in all supernatural. He believes in archons. He believes that people who do just these unbelievable things out of the blue like this, or even the ones who plan it or whatever, but these ones, they let them, they're not themselves. They let themselves be taken over by what Joe calls archons. And archons, you know, are not us. They're some kind of whatever, but they revel in all the, you know, all the pain and blood and murder and all that crap. They revel in it, apparently. This guy and his girlfriend are in a parking lot, I guess at Walmart in California. I was watching this, I was just like, oh my God. So many people, more people than we can probably imagine, are taking time bombs. You know? But most people wouldn't do that. You already know I'm admittedly and justifiably, I might add, filled with rage, but, this guy and his girlfriend were in a parking lot at Walmart. This other guy nearly hits them, okay? Now, it's natural, but nowadays you can't do anything, you know? I had a car years ago in California almost hit me when I'm on foot, and I obey all the, you know what I mean? And I yelled, and the guy actually came back. He was like taken aback that I'd yelled, you know, at his car. Well, this turned deadly. This guy was in the wrong. He apparently almost hit these people, their car. I guess the guy, you know, you have a false sense of security. You don't think someone's going to kill you, because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to do what he did. And the girlfriend, I guess, witnessed it. It didn't get into huge detail, but it upset me, and just it's so probably you nearly hit my car. My girlfriend and I were in here. You nearly hit my car. They both, I guess, yelled at the guy. I guess this guy must have got out of his car, I'm assuming. I don't know. It didn't get into details. But the bottom line is, the guy who was in the wrong, who nearly hit these people's car, and all they were doing was yelling at him, he ultimately strangled the guy. Strangled him. And then stabbed him with a 6-inch knife. And then apparently was filming him as he was dying, but also took part in in trying to help him. That's just... Where was the girlfriend in all of this? I don't know the story. You'd have to Google it. But how was she feeling? Probably she's just in horror. But he tried to save the guy who was dying, or he had just killed, who ultimately died. He took part in the, whatever you call it, the other people were helping, and he took part in that. And the absolute insanity of it all, it was on because he was convicted of second-degree murder. It's not first-degree, he didn't plan it. Second-degree murder. And he's obviously insane, and he'll go away for a long time, I'm sure. But he was convicted of second-degree murder. And they say he'll still serve a lot of years, despite the fact that he was doing he was trying to save the guy who was dying because of him. I mean, if that's not... I told you certain things affect me. Road rage is like... But we all know road rage can turn deadly. But this strangles him, stabs him, films him while he's dying, but also does an about-face and tries to take part in trying to save and takes part in trying to save him. I mean, Twilight Zone. To me, that's Twilight Zone. It's like, I'm sure the girlfriend was just in a state of shock the entire time. That, like, Jude believes people aren't themselves when they do stuff like that. They let themselves be taken over by demons or something because, you know, you're so filled with rage because you nearly hit these people and they're yelling at you that you wind up killing the guy and spending the rest of your life in prison, and you took a life, and it's just... hopefully spending the rest of your life in prison. I have to say hopefully, but you know what I mean? It's like, what? I've told you, when I'm out and I'm following all the traffic and people in cars just are oblivious to pedestrians and they nearly hit me, and I'm taking my chances when I swear and stick my middle finger up, because you just don't know who you're dealing with. I could be doing that to the wrong person who could come back and run me over, and I know it when I'm doing it, but I do it like helplessly. You know, I don't even, it's a reflex when somebody almost hits me who's not paying attention. Meanwhile, I'm very, very careful, you know, and I do. Or like that stupid, you know, you're allowed legally to make the right turn on red, right? But if I have a little walk guy, you're supposed to let me go, and one car after the other. That happened in California. One car after the other was following him, and I just got so angry. But nowadays, my God, you can be justifiably angry, and you're not harming anybody. Again, these people were just yelling at this guy. He killed him for yelling at him, for almost hitting him. So you're in the wrong. Someone points out that you're in the wrong and you kill them. I mean, am I missing something? That's what happened. But obviously the guy's a ticking time bomb. Right? Just like the popcorn, there's like that guy who, you know, flipped out because the guy was texting during previews in the movie theater. Right? I don't know what happened with him. But he ultimately killed, you know, and they said they think